Okay, Frank Paris here with a really good concept, a really fine concept that I've used a couple of times already, and it killed. I mean, really killed. I mean, when the magician says it killed me, the audience was so uh, flabbergasted by the trick that um, they flipped out. Anyway, when you can do that to magicians, if you can flip out magicians and make magicians flip out, um, based on or killed. I killed with this trick, and basically it was an idea that I come up with, and I want to share it with you guys. It's a mentalism trick, a mentalist trick, and it involves a deck of cards. This box, okay, and this box I had made. In fact, I've got a second one coming. Uh, I just want to hide the gimmick for a second. Um, I had this box made for me by a war-torn country, Ukraine. There's a fellow who has a business and in the country, and his uh, his company is called Laser Wood UA. Okay, I don't know. Maybe the U stands for Ukraine, but it's a Laser Wood UA, and they are on Etsy. So if you go to get the box, look for that company name, Laserwood UA. And the box is a gimmicked box. And I'll get into the gimmick in a second. But it's a gimmick box. And I said to myself, I think this box would work out great for this trick. And I mean, because when you buy this trick, when you get this mentalism trick, the problem is the gimmick, they suggest that you wear the gimmick on your wrist, which means that you've got to do something with your wrist back and forth or some up and down in order to make the trick work. And I says, no, it's not me. I, I'm looking for the shortest distance between 2 points, and that's a straight line. So doing this and that, and that kind of thing is not something for me. So I says, the box could do the trick for me. And I said, great. So I ordered the box, and he describes this box as a tarot size box, a tarot card size box. Hide the gimmick again, because I'm not ready to show it to you. Okay, it's a tarot size box, so you can drop tarot cards in this box. So I ordered the box, and I got the box, and I did this trick twice. Both times, well, the first time I did this trick, I did it for a bunch of magicians in a magic club I belonged to. And then the second time I did this trick, I did it for a group of lay people. And the reaction was basically the same, except the reveal for the magic club. I mean, I gave them the reveal. All these people. Oh, what are you giving away all your secrets for? What's the big deal? Why do you? Well, hey, if there weren't people that gave away their magic secrets to me when I was coming up in magic, I would never have been uh, uh, enlightened as to different technologies, different techniques, and different presentations, and that kind of thing. So there are people like Jeff McBride out there who owns a school in Las Vegas. Let me give him a plug. He's a really good performer, and he's a world-renowned magician. And if it wasn't guys like him opening up a school in Las Vegas, I mean, he could have a show in Las Vegas. Okay, but he opened up a school and he's teaching magic. Obviously, he does perform as a magician. He's been all over the world and done all kinds of uh, venues and that kind of thing. But he settled on being able to impart his knowledge, and that's one of the things that I want to do too, without getting it all mushy and everything. So this idea that I had for this particular product, for this particular presentation of a product that's off the shelf and is out there, has to do with the fact that by giving you this uh, item, this presentation, it will survive. It'll survive me. It'll be up on YouTube. I'll put it up on Facebook and that kind of thing. Well, you're revealing all your secrets. No, I'm just going after the magicians. And I'm not going to really go into the presentation as far as the secret. I mean, other than the fact that I'm going to explain, I'm going to use some key words that you'll know about. Okay, so we've got the box, and then there's something called a reader. Okay, and that reader, okay, works in conjunction with a deck of cards. So when I drop a card into the box, the reader sends me the information I need to know what that card is. And when a spectator drops the card in the box, I'm sorry, it gives the magician or the mentalist in this particular case the a cue as to what the card is. So that's basically it. It's very simple: box, deck of cards, and a reader. Okay. What's nice is the box. The box helps because now what's going into the box, okay, are the playing cards, and they can shuffle the cards and do whatever they want. Now the effect is called. Well, there are two manufacturers of this. One of them went out of business. One of them was the original company was, and the trick was Hugo Shelley's Insight Pro, which involved a deck of cards and a reader. Okay, and a reader is something that reads the cards. That reader is embedded. This is the reader, by the way. Okay, then there's the. I'm sorry. Let me stop for a second and say the other company was a company called Illuminati Magic, who makes. They took up the gauntlet on this trick, and good for them. So and with them now you can now get the playing cards and the reader to do this trick. And the playing cards have what's called RFID tags in them, so that when they are dropped in the box with the reader embedded in the box, okay, they read the cards and then send you the signal. So this is something foreign to the trick. This is something that they basically want you to wear the reader on your wrist like this, which you can do that, but this is so much easier to do because you're dropping the cards in the box, and you're getting sound cues, verbal sound cues as to what card was just dropped in the box. I took it one step further. Not only did I add the box, but I did something that most magicians were in awe of when I did this at one of our Magic Club meetings. I added a pair of Bluetooth glasses. So I went up on Amazon, and I had this idea for other tricks for a number of years that I bought that had to do with mentalism and cues and bumpers and that kind of thing. I went up on Amazon, and they make these Bluetooth glasses. They're $35. What I liked about these glasses, well, they look pretty much normal. They look like just regular eyeglasses, and also they said you could take the lenses out and put your own prescription in. Okay, so I was looking for a pair of glasses for a couple of other tricks a couple of years ago, and I just gave up on that. And then all of a sudden, I said to myself, I can change the lenses. So I went to my eye doctor. I bought two pairs just in case one pair craps out on me, the battery, whatever. And I have a second pair that I can pop these lenses out of and put them in the new glasses. And so I went to my eye doctor, and he put my prescription in the glasses for $200. So, all right, so you say, boy, $200, you spent $200 on this, and then this trick here is $600. I think Illuminati is $470 and $155. It's over $600 for the trick. So 6 and 2 is $800. Oh, don't forget the box. The box was $33 on Etsy. And let me repeat that name of that company. It's called Laserwood UA. So if you do a search on Laserwood UA, the box was $33. But by the time it got to me, it was $47 because of customs and everything else. So, again, the effect is not complete yet, even though you got the box and you got the glasses. And I'll put these on so it'll look like let me skip rid of that. Okay, so it looks like I walked in and I have a pair of black glasses on, that's all. And when I was ready to use it, I would just tap the side of the glasses, and now Bluetooth is ready. So you bring up the app on your phone. You're not going to be looking at the phone. You bring up the app on your phone. You take the back of the box and you pull off the bottom piece here. Okay, cool, huh? And then what I do is I take the reader and I place it on a piece of cardboard, a cheap piece of cardboard. I spare no expense when it comes to cardboard, by the way. This is an Amazon piece of cardboard. Okay, and then you drop the whole nonsense into the box, like so. Of course, when I try to get it out to recharge the reader, I had to use something like this. These are hemostats, and just get a straight pair. I just happen to have. I got both straight and regular, but just happen to have a curve set. And then of course I would pull it out, like so, if I had to, like that. But so now I'm all set with the reader on. The reader is on, obviously. Make sure you put it on. Okay, and then take your little piece of wood here, drop it back in, and turn it around. You're all set. Your reader is on. Your phone app is up for this trick. The app that you get with the phone. And I just put the phone on my belt or on the desk somewhere, and I just turn it over. I don't need to see the card anymore. Okay, I can hear what's going to happen. I can hear the card. And I'm not going to demo the actual trick for you. But now if I were to put this and open this box up and have a person drop the card in, okay, you'd hear 4 of diamonds, 3 of hearts, 8 of clubs, 7 of spades. I think I revealed more than I said I was, and I apologize. But it got such an interesting response, and I'm going to just try to put this in just places where magicians look. And I went one step further, being the anal performer that I am. When I say anal, I mean basically I want to fool magicians. That's my goal, is to be able to fool magicians, because if I can fool a magician, then I can fool a layperson. Now, I don't look for the smartest idiot in an audience, okay, and bring him up. I look for the one that looks like he's not so smart, okay. He may be a very smart person as a doctor or a lawyer or an Indian chief, but he's not so smart with the ways of magic. So you bring somebody up. Nobody's going to figure this out. Nobody's going to figure this out. I mean, if you look at the box, it literally almost looks like a normal box. And nobody's going to stare here. Did I line it up right? Okay, now I have it lined up right. So, and again, I got a backup box coming. I always buy 2 things just to make sure that if one breaks, I drop one, something happens to it, somebody spills Jello on it or something, I've got a second one. So now, here's my presentation. I've got the glasses on, I've got it tuned, I got the eyeglasses tuned, because somebody's going to come and sit over here on this side of my table, and they're gonna be sitting on the side with a chair, a folding chair, whatever. And I want to make sure that when I get the cue, the sound cue, they don't hear it. So I set this up. I don't use the eyeglasses. I use the phone, the volume on the phone, because I've opened the app, and I just use the volume on the phone to set the eyeglass sound. So I would hear 3 of diamonds, 2 of hearts, ace of spades. And now the presentation. The presentation is this. I call somebody up from the audience, and I tell the whole audience and this person, I have trained myself to be able to determine what card put into the box is the card that the audience just saw when he or she held it up and showed it to you. Because I will tell the person who's sitting next to me, take a random card out of the deck. Maybe I'll ribbon spread them. Take a random card out of the deck and drop it in the box. And I can tell by the sound what the card is. And of course, they drop the card in the box, and I get the cue, 2 of diamonds, and I turn around and I say, I believe that sound tells me that card is the 2 of diamonds. Now, they've shown it to the whole audience first. My back is turned. I'm physically sitting like this. Okay, looking away. I'm looking to the back of the stage, or I'm looking to the back of the venue, wherever I am. And I'm not looking, I can't see. Now, if you want, you can blindfold yourself too. You can put a blindfold on. Okay, nobody thinks that the glasses have anything to do with the trick. Nobody thinks that there's a gimmick in the box, and nobody thinks that the glasses have anything to do with the trick. So I'm here like this, and she's taking the card out of the deck, which has maybe been ribbon spread, and she's showing it to the audience, and I'm getting the sound cue. Not so much, not so loud that she can hear it, but I can hear it in the glasses because I've pre-programmed the phone, not pre-programmed, I've taken the volume control and I've actually brought it down to the point where somebody sitting here can't hear it, but I can hear it inside the side of the glasses. Now, they do make bone conductive glasses. You can go up on Amazon, you can go to Best Buy or whatever, and buy a pair of sound conductive glasses so that the sound, the vibration cue would be for diamonds, eight of spades. But why spend $200 or $300 for a pair of glasses when you can get a pair for 35 and just set the sound so that the person sitting maybe 3 feet in front of you can't hear it? You know, when you listen to your music with a pair of glasses like this, and that's what they're made for, okay? You can crank them up as loud as you want or as low as you want, and you can listen to your music. You can actually use these to either make a phone call or to take a phone call. Um, um, you know, uh, but you probably, because they're not bone conductive, you can't just talk, hello, how are you, that kind of thing. You'd have to put your phone near your mouth as you're talking, okay? And then what's the sense of the glasses? Other than the fact that nobody hears what's going on because it's coming out of the Bluetooth speakers on either side of the glasses, and you've made it low enough so you're not interrupting anybody. So I mean, the point is that uh, for this particular presentation, we have an inconspicuous, unassuming box, and we have a pair of eyeglasses. The person wears eyeglasses. All right, and so for the purposes of this presentation and the trick, I tell them, I say, when you drop the card in the box, I train myself to know what 52 cards sound like. But here's the thing. Not only have I trained myself to know what the card is by the sound of the card dropping in the box, but I can tell you what the card is, okay, based on the sound of the card dropping in the box. When there's 2 or 3 cards in the box already, that's a different sound. So now they're thinking, wow, this guy's the biggest baloney artist I've ever heard in my life, okay? But when I start doing it, and she's dropping the cards in, and she's showing the cards first to the audience, okay, or to the close-up, because I'm working close-up. This is not a table hopping trick, by the way. You have to do this in a close-up session with people actually sitting, or in an audience, a parlor setting. Okay, when she's showing the card after her taking one of the cards out. Okay, then you can literally um, uh, hear the sound cue and say 8 of diamonds, 4 hearts, queen of spades, with either a blindfold on or not. I usually just turn around. I have blindfolds on. But here's the next step. The next step, it wasn't good enough for me to be able to do what I just told you. I had to take it another step further, and God knows if there's not going to be another step after that. You probably won't see it, but, because every time we perform as magicians, we learn from the mistakes that we make, or we learn how to perform the trick a little bit differently. Or if we're doing 2 or 3 shows in a particular venue because you've been hired to do that, say a trade show, that kind of thing. I ribbon spread the cards. I'll take the cards out of the box. Okay, take them out of the box, and I will ribbon spread the cards. Okay, and better than this. I got no space here. Okay, and I'll say, look, we just did a trick where I use sound. Okay, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to. Whoops! Oh boy. I just dropped $25 or $30 for the fee that I'm going to get. Okay, so now I do a ribbon spread, and then I look at the cards. I say, what we're going to try now is another experiment that I train myself to do. I want you to see that all the cards are different, which she already knows, or he already knows. And what I'm going to ask you to do is, I just memorized what I just turned around and looked at those cards real quick. I just memorized the face-up cards, and I can tell you if you take out 2 or 3 cards, what the cards are that you took out. So of course, I can go back and do it again, and I'll say, let me just look real quick, or I don't have to. All right, and then I'll flip them over. Okay, maybe rearrange them a little bit, and I'll say, I'm going to turn around again. I want you to show the audience, put them in the box, okay? Show the audience, take out 3 cards, 4 cards, 2 cards, whatever it is, and drop them in the box. And my back is turned, okay? And then she'll say, okay. And I said, close the box so I can't pee, all right? And by the way, the cards are not marked. Can you tell them, these cards are not marked. And then I'll come back, turn them over, and I'll say, you took out the 2 of diamonds, the 4 of spades, and the 8 of clubs. Okay, and then she'll go back in the box. The audience already seen those 3 cards because she shows them. She shows them to the audience, and then drops them in the box. Okay, and of course, that the miracle has taken place for the audience. The audience sees a miracle, and so this is, I mean, maybe it's gilding the lily a little bit, but I've taken 3. I'm going to take these off. Not that they're bothering me, but I've shown 3 different ways of doing this trick. First, dropping a card in, then dropping 2 or 3 cards in, and knowing what the sound was when 2 or 3 cards are in the box. Just think of the odds of that happening, folks. Okay, so and then the third thing, memorizing the deck real quick, and then selecting 3 cards and having the spectator select 3 cards, and then me knowing what 3 cards were. So basically, what we've done now is we've given a miracle to a trick, and whoops, I dropped a few on the floor. I'll pick those up later. What we've done is we've done a trick, and I'm not a big I'm not a big card person. I have a T-shirt that says friends don't let friends do card tricks, and it's got a big circle, red circle with a red slash going through it with a fan of cards. So a lot of card people turn around and get mad at me when I wear that T-shirt, especially magicians that do card tricks. I'm not talking about some kid who goes pick a card. I'm talking about card guys, So, but at least they know where I stand, because sometimes card tricks can be boring as hell, because you pick a pile and then spread that out and give me another cut and take 2 more piles, and I whenever I see it on Penn and Teller, I kind of fast forward. Or when I see a lecture like that. So basically, this is the trick. This is what I've done to the trick. Hugo Shelley used to make these. He now has passed his system and the cards and the reader on to Nathan Buzzer, who now owns a company called Illuminati. And now you can buy the cards and the reader from him. It's not cheap. But, I'm one of these magicians who, I don't go for cheap, all right? I earn a living by buying and selling magic, and that money gets me what I want to get. That gets me the props that I want to use in my shows or in my lectures or in my venues that I work. So basically that's it, Frank Paris. I hope you like this idea. Again, the box you can get at Laserwood UA. I think it's $33.99, but again, when the smoke clears and it comes through customs and tax from Etsy, ETSY.com, you will pay $47. So, but considering that I'm willing to spend what I'm willing to spend on the reader and the cards and the glasses, then what's the big deal about the box? Anyway, Frank Paris, as I say, over and out. Thanks for watching.